Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rech Kodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Shalom. Now, Genesis 25. Esau, Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. So, as you see, Esau was a cunning hunter. You still see these Edomites today. You still see that in these Edomites today. They still got it in them, boy. They still got it in them. NLT, Genesis 25, verse 27. As the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter. He was an outdoorsman. But Jacob had a quiet temperament, preferring to stay at home. Isaac loved Esau because he enjoyed eating the wild game Esau brought home, but Rebekah loved Jacob. You can still see on Edomites today. More proof that these people are the Edomites. More proof. Red letter, words of Yahushua, John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. When this man came over to the Americas, what did he do? This man be stealing, killing, and destroying. This is the thing is saying 9 reasons Christopher Columbus was a murderer, tyrant, and scoundrel. Alright, what is Hispaniola called today? Just to show. What's the island called? The island is the Republic of Haiti. On its western territory, Republic. We know that Haitians are Israelites. On Hispaniola, a member of Columbus's crew publicly cut off an Indian's ear to shock others into submission. Bring him 3 Indian leaders, whom Columbus then ordered publicly beheaded. Ojeda also ordered his men to grab another Indian, bring him to the middle of his village, and cut off his ears in retribution for the Indians failing to be helpful to the Spaniards when fording a stream. Columbus kidnapped and enslaved more than 1,000 people on Hispaniola. According to Suno, how you pronounce this name, Cuneo, whatever, Columbus ordered 1,500 men and women seized, letting 400 go and condemning 500 to be sent to Spain and another 600 to be enslaved by Spanish men. Remaining on the island. About 200 of the 500 sent to Spain died on the voyage and were thrown by the Spanish into the Atlantic. Columbus forced Indians to let go for him or else die. "56 years after Columbus's first voyage, only 500 out of 300,000 Indians remained on Hispaniola. The thieves cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy." Is Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. You can see these Edomites doing that today. Stuff like this ain't gonna be in the kingdom. Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a collection of marine debris in the North Pacific Ocean. Marine debris is litter that ends up in the ocean, seas, and other large bodies of water. There's one thing that's an island of plastic, I think it is. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is now so huge and permanent that a coastal ecosystem is thriving on it. Goodness. people eat. You didn't know. How much plastic are we ingesting? Some scientists have estimated the average person might eat 5 grams of microplastic in a week, about the weight of a credit card. Another study breaks that down to up to 52,000 particles annually from various food sources. This plastic. Pollution. The air is polluted. The water pollution. Water is polluted. The ground is polluted. You try and grow your own food. Watch out what you growing stuff at. This man got judgment coming for him. He's gonna go into captivity. After 1,000 years, he's going to be exterminated. Obadiah, I believe it is 118. Let me see. Alright. Obadiah 118. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remain, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. This man's gonna be destroyed. Now, according to prophecy, who's gonna rule in these last days? The Edomites. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. These Edomites are ruling today. And who rules the world today? The so-called white man. These Edomites. Esau's in power, rulership now. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 63:1. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Isaiah 63:2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? There's gonna be a lot of killing in that day when Yahweh Shai come back. A lot of blood's gonna be shed. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. All my raiment. No, not literally get the blood on his garments. Alright. Now I'm thinking second Esdras. Cult in the mind. Precepts come to mind through the Holy Spirit. Second Esdras 13. Second Esdras 13:3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Yahweh Shai, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his way, Slakia, sorry, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. Yahweh Shai is going to come back with a chariot. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue that man that came out of the sea.
Antagonisms of the moment. We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our people? Wide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. An alien threat.
Alright, alien threat. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. They're gonna try and wait, what? To subdue the man. They're gonna try and subdue Yahushua. That's a losing fight. That's a lost fight, not a fair fight. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it, a chariot, on a mountain, a chariot. But I would have seen the place, Salakia, sorry. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. 2nd Ezra 13:8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight. They're gonna try and come against Yahushua. We're so afraid, yet there's fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held any sword, nor any instrument of war. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held any sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one. So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Laser beam. That's not a fair fight. Not at all. These people gonna be going into captivity, these Edomites, into slavery. He that leadeth, Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And with that, Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Brachak Kodash, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Shalom, Lord the true great Miss Shalom.